There are certainly a lot of things that I remember from all of my years in scouting, but maybe none more fondly than the Pinewood Derby. The Pinewood Derby is an event where Cub Scouts build small, unpowered cars from a kit to race against other Cub Scouts on a sloped racetrack. And in the process of building these cars, they're exposed to principles of physics, gravity, friction, and aerodynamics. And they're also placed into an environment of competition as they see the results of all of their efforts. Even the smallest details can affect how these cars perform. And it's usually pretty quickly that you figure out which cars are going to be faster and which ones might be a little bit slower. And then in that process, they learn a couple of other very important life skills: how to win and how to lose gracefully. And maybe all of that is obvious. Those are certainly skills that kids can gain from any number of other competitive environments. But when I look back on my time, I don't even remember how well my cars did or did not perform. The only thing that I remember is the time I got to spend with my dad helping me design and build the car, and how this encouraged creativity and craftsmanship and problem solving. And now I get to know that my son and daughter are going to have those same memories too, and they don't remember whether their cars won or lost. They don't care, because like so many other things in scouting, they are developing practical skills, but what they're really learning is much, much deeper than that.
My name is Armand Vega. I'm an Eagle Scout from Troop 249. My Eagles project was at McNary Wildlife Refuge. I built 4 benches there across this back trail that they have. I wanted to do it because it was my first ever Cub Scout activity, and I was like, well, it could be cool to revisit it and just make a final, imprint, or one of my final imprints in my scouting career as a youth. First, I had to get ideas about concrete, like dimensions and stuff, how much I needed of it, how much help I needed to do it, of course. And the first couple parts was me really just getting the math down. From there, I just had to plan a total of 5 days to clean up the areas, the bench areas. So we just assembled them, took them to McNary in a truck, and yeah, in summary, that was pretty much what I did. So when I first joined Scouts, of course, I didn't know why I got in there. And it was eventually my mother that told me, well, I wanted you to go in there because I wanted you to find idols. And growing up without a father, I mean, it had its tolls, but scouting filled that in for me, like way past any other imaginable program I could think of. Really, it helped me a lot in that area of my life. And
when he was about 4 or 5 years old, I knew that he was under my guardianship, and I knew that as a mom, I couldn't feel the father figure. So I was asking God one time, just asking him for direction. So that day, coincidentally or not, we got out of Mass, and there was a fair at our church with all the different ministries. And as we get out and go into that room where they have all the ministries displayed, I see the Cub Scout or the scouting corner. So my eyes are immediately drawn to that table. It was friendships, it was camaraderie, it was imagination, it was learning new skills, and more than anything, the leadership that was, there. It was honest. It was, just what he needed.
And that's what scouting is. That's what it can be. Armand didn't just build these benches. He demonstrated leadership. He planned and organized and executed something that helped his community. It's not about just doing the work. It's about coordinating a team of volunteers to create something, and maybe something that's going to be here long after you're gone. And Armand has reached a remarkable step on his journey in scouting, but I don't think it's going to stop there. Not with him. There are people that were so affected by their experiences in scouting and experiences like these that they've dedicated part of their lives to scouting long after their time in a pack or troop. This impact started when they were young, but as they progressed through scouting, they developed into community leaders that are capable and have accomplished incredible things. And if you asked any one of them, they would tell you that scouting was no small part in their development, because their journey didn't stop with earning their eagle. And maybe you didn't grow up in scouting, but you didn't have to. You can be involved as a volunteer. You can help the council in financial ways, however you're able. And you don't have to dedicate your life to scouting like they did. Even a little bit can go a long way.
From Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, there's a big difference, of course, but you watch how they grow. They learn leadership, how to work together with other kids, how to work a problem and solve the problem, how to make decisions from right to wrong. So I think scouting was a great choice in his life. He didn't make me cry.